are situations, and we'll leave OpenAI out of this, but we'll just say a company. There could be an example where an investor that has access to the cap table to invest in around might have a SPV or special purpose vehicle that people could invest in. So the money's going in the SPV, and that person's then investing on the cap table, but the person in the SPV has access. So that would be a secondary, right? It goes to the person who then primarily would invest in a primary transaction. So you can see the kind of chain right there. Um, and these things can be very simple or they could be complicated. I mean, you could have an SPV and an SPV, and here are the fee structures, and here's a forward transaction, and then this or that. It can go from very simple, just you know, this person's selling their shares to me, to super complicated where there's all these different structures and this and that, and it gets ugly. So, it's kind of nice to have an investment banker there to filter it all out and make sure these transactions go smoothly, and you could see the paper trail and the right people are involved.
I see. Yeah. This is just my comment. So, just what I heard from my like friends, but yeah, that in case of OpenAI, I heard, there are so many SPVs, so like a fourth generation, like a fifth generation, and that's kind of really complicated, and people don't know what's going on. But yeah,
Oh
just my
gosh,
comments.
there's transactions you'll see, and there's like seven investment bankers involved, or this person who says they're direct to the seller or buyer, and then it turns out, oh, actually that person is not the buyer seller, it's someone else, and then that person is someone, and you're right, some of these things get pretty messy where it's an SPV and an SPV and an SPV, and if the paper trail's not there and you don't know what you're doing, or I mean, it can be ugly. It can really, I mean, it's a black hole sometimes.
Mm.
So unless you set those rules of I only invest directly in the cap table or first layer or whatever it is, whatever, I mean, you have to know going in, these are my rules, these are my guidelines, yes or no.